Chances are, if you've ever watched a drum tuning video or an audio demonstration of a drum online, you've been lied to. There are a couple things that you should know about the audio on Sounds Like a Drum. First off, we don't really believe in providing the sound of the drum through EQ and compression and just modifying the sound to create something that sounds far more like a finished recording than what the true acoustic tone is. So you'll notice that you'll very rarely see a close mic on the drum. So where oftentimes you may see an SM57 or similar mic on a snare drum placed maybe an inch or two away from the head. In this case, you're probably not even going to see the microphone. We're often using an AKG C414 all the way off camera. You might not even be able to see it right now. It's all the way over on the side and it's placed at ear height. The idea being that we want to be able to reproduce the most realistic acoustic sound, the way that the drum sounds in the room, so that when you're listening to this series, you can rest assured that what you're hearing is what you get. That's what the drum sounds like in the room. We will do some pieces where we'll actually close mic a drum and we may do some processing, but we'll let you know when that's actually taking place. Otherwise, you'll see an emblem in the bottom corner that actually calls out the fact that there's no compression and no EQ on this audio sample. Another important thing, headphones. Headphones are required for this series. Now, you could be listening on a good set of studio monitors, and if that's the case, then that's excellent. But in most cases, you probably don't have access to those, and you have to listen to a good set of headphones. This is super important because it's going to allow you to hear the specific sound of the drum without hearing any kind of background noise if you're listening on speakers or if you're listening on just your phone or a laptop or something where the speaker quality just is subpar, really. We want to make sure that you're able to hear the most realistic acoustic representation of what we've captured here. Another thing to keep in mind is that since we haven't compressed the audio samples that you're hearing throughout this, you're going to actually probably have to turn up the volume just a little bit. Now, we've mixed it in between a shotgun microphone capturing the voice and the C414 covering the sound of the drum in most cases, but you're still going to want to turn up the audio just a little bit when it comes time to listen to those drum samples because they haven't been squashed. They haven't been turned into something that's a studio representation of that drum. Keep these things in mind while you're watching the Sounds Like a Drum series and you'll be able to get the most out of it. While you're at it, make sure that you subscribe right now because you don't want to miss any of the upcoming videos that we have covering all things ranging from drum tuning to achieving all sorts of different sounds, experimenting with different types of drums, acquiring vintage gear, going into the world of cymbals.